I love Afghanistan, but I cannot close my eyes on patriarchy, sexism, on other big topics, and just say the good things about Afghanistan. So I'm disappointing my people. But on the other hand, I'm making films, making Afghan stories with the money of Europe. So there are a lot of expectation to be this political filmmaker, to be this feminist filmmaker, to make this war film. The funders, they felt offended that I am making a romantic comedy, and I actually got official letters, which I put them on my fridge, like I have many of them on my fridge now, that they said it's inappropriate for the Institute to support a rom-com while politically, Afghanistan is in such situation. And for me, it was like, wait a minute, what? I feel offended that you feel offended by my project, I'm coming from a war country, and this is my way to expressing myself, to go through the oceans of unprocessed feelings and traumas, not only personal but also historical and social, and then trying to make a lighter film. The joke was, everyone who wanted to play Naru, they didn't want to do the kissing. I wanted to do the kissing, I didn't want to do the rest of the film. So it was like, what? And then the ones who wanted to do the entire film, they were Afghan women who were like second or third generation of Afghans living in Europe or in West, and they couldn't play it, they couldn't fit the role because they didn't have the living experience of a woman. They didn't know, how does it feel to be under this woman living under this skin, living in that city, living in that system. So at the end, like literally on the day of the shooting, on the first day of the shooting, when we gather the crew and to say welcome, here we are, I'm Naru. And they thought, it was a part of and I was like, okay. And it was insane. The first day, it was like the most scary day of my life. Even like 4 years ago, when I was at the airport, at the Kabul airport with my family for 72 hours, I was not scared that much as I was scared the first day of shooting, really, I thought like, it's the end of my career, I'm gonna destroy everything. But then something happened, because I did the first scene, and I went to the camera and I watched the playback as a director. And for the first time, I literally see myself, I don't know, I think this is also like a universal problem for a lot of women, but also including me because of my background and all this, that, like this, I don't know if you can relate, but this feeling that you're broken and you're not enough and you have to do this and this and this, so you are lovable and people can accept you, So for me, I was always like seeking this approval from the world outside, and I was never satisfied. And then when I saw myself as Naru, in front of the, like in the frame, as a director, I could see this woman. It was really a therapy for me. The whole film started from there. Like I could see this woman, that she's enough and she's perfect. She doesn't need to do anything. She's a whole, So I did something with this film for me that I didn't even know that I needed, I really wanted to talk about one woman that I recognize. But on the other hand, I wanted to talk about men that I really love, and all the good men, who live in Afghanistan and they never get any credit. They never been shown on any screen. And also I wanted to mention that it's really, really difficult to be a good man in such society, because they get mocked, they get, harassed, their manhood will be questioned, and there are so many men, so many good men, that they are not taking advantage of all the privileges that patriarchal society is offering them for free, and no matter what, they're standing next to the woman in their life. I really wanted to to tell them that I see you, and okay, now I'm going to cry, and I admire you and I respect you, because I think women's situation is not going to change alone.